Honorable judges, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Tianqi and I come from Shanghai Aerospace Smart Energy Research Institute. And today, I feel really honored to stand here and make a speech in front of so many leading experts of our professional field. And actually, I should have been the last one today, but now I have to talk to you for the second one. And here is my today's title of my speech: Integration Model Research and Case Analysis, Power-to-Gas Technology in Energy Internet of China. So if my following speech can inspire some wonderful ideas or cooperation interests, please let me know. I will appreciate if you can share it with me. Official data has shown that, here is my speech plan. And firstly, I will introduce some characteristics of Chinese energy internet and of P2G technology. Next, I will try to discuss several coherence points and integration models, namely the application scenarios of P2G in Chinese energy internet. Furthermore, a case study and a methodology of economic evaluation will be introduced, and some findings will be discussed in this part as well. In the end, it's the conclusion and the future work. And here is the background. Official data has shown that more and more renewable energy has been involved into Chinese energy structure. And because of the high foreign trade dependency of natural gas and petrol, maybe this trend will continue in the following years with great possibility. And thus, there will be two problems that we have to face with. First one is that because of the intermittency of the renewable energy, the strongest energy grid in China is becoming more and more unstable. And the second one is that a large amount of generation capacity of renewable energy has been abandoned. Can you imagine how much is it? Actually, it's about 100 billion kilowatt hours per year, which means that our Great Three Gorges Dam stood there in vain in 2017 and 2018. And what's more, in this kind of situation, the second energy grid, a national energy grid, the natural gas grid, cannot help because there's little interactions between the two energy grids. Under this background, our institute decided to turn to P2G for a potential solution. And here is our technology roadmap, which concentrates on the processes whose product is missing. As our previous investigations all focus on the three-step method, and the study of this phase also concentrate on it. And as you can see, it's the green one with three steps and two main reactions: electrolysis and methanation. As alkaline electrolysis is a mutualist method with the lowest cost, and biological methanation is often of moderate reaction conditions, we have chosen them for our case study. And after several necessary information, let's try to discuss several application scenarios of P2G in Chinese energy internet. First one, P2G can help with the optimization of power system operation. And the second one, with a natural gas field plant, it can form an energy circle to make it possible to dispatch and operation of the power natural gas system. And third one is absorbing the surplus renewable energy. In this case, P2G can act as a energy storage of large scale and make up for the fluctuation of renewable energy. The fourth one is about ancillary services. For example, P2G can help with the peak load regulation, frequency modulation, and so on. Although this kind of market has just begun on China, it means a lot to the future of P2G's application, and it's very attractive. And the last one, P2G can be used in a micro energy grid with multi-energy system to help with its coordination and optimization. In fact, the last one has the least constraints from the policy and from the mechanism and institutions of China. So the case studied in our research is also of this kind. And here is our case study. It's an engineering project on Chongming Island. And the general design of this project is as following. With a scale of 1 megawatt, the power comes from the national grid with a price of excess power, and the carbon dioxide will come from a biogas plant on the same island. And the auxiliary products, such as oxygen, heat, will be recovered and sent into a wastewater treatment station, and the main output, RNG, will be injected into the microgrid for storage or for sale. And when it is for sale, the customers will come from the transportation system and the industry. However, as it is a demonstration project, we also hope that in the future we can get some family users involved in, and the detailed design of this project has already begun. In terms of the economic evaluation of P2G technology, we have built a specialized method based on the levelized cost, and a large amount of data of energy price has already been collected and organized so that we can make a reasonable decision for the energy price in the part of my research. And in terms of the study for the year 2025 and 2030, we have chosen several changing elements. They are electricity cost, capex, OM cost, and the efficiency of the system. And the other elements are all blocked and stay the same as the year 2018 for the moment. And after a series of calculations, we have found that with the limit conditions listed in the first table, we can find a balance between the input and output of the system, and without thinking about the investment of equipment and construction. However, this kind of investment is also very expensive, so we thought that levelized cost is more interesting and significant, and they are listed in the second table. As we can see, a longer lifetime of the system can give us a better levelized cost, but actually, at the moment, it's still very difficult to make a P2G project profitable. But in 2025, the situation can become much better, and if we can find the application scenario, whose gas price is just a little bit higher than the average, then the application will be reasonable. And in 2030, the situation becomes much better. It's easy for a P2G technology to be profitable. To conclude, we believe that the application of P2G in our energy internet will give us more than expected. It can not only solve the problems that we have mentioned in the beginning of my speech and help with the carbon reduction, but also it could be a technology application which can be profitable in the near future as the Chinese energy environment is becoming more and more open and market-oriented, and the cost and lifetime of the related equipment can be more reasonable. As time is limited, there are still some interesting aspects that we haven't studied in depth. For example, carbon dioxide trading, additional value of ancillary service, and the scale effect of this kind of project. So in the future, on the one hand, we will try to continue this study, and on the other hand, we will try our best to finish our project on Chongming Island. And in the planning of Shanghai, Chongming Island will be a great international eco-island, and now it has already many interesting demonstration projects on it. Most of them are related to the energy and the environment. An alliance has also been found recently to help us carry forward our P2G project in this island. So if you are interested in our research, our project, or the alliance, welcome to scan this QR code here to get more information. And of course, for my judges, I'm just here and ready to answer your questions face to face. And that's all. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for that clear explanation of the opportunities of power to gas in China. Could you just tell us a bit about your personal role in the work that you've described?
Okay. In fact, I'm the leader of the work in this phase. It's just a little phase for our project, and my work is about communication and organization. Sometimes I also have to do some thing about research. In terms of communication, for example, to get the price data, I have to go the natural gas trading center to communicate with the related people. And in terms of the organization, as the construction of the engineering project is not our responsibility, so I have to communicate with them to get useful information and give it to my colleague to work together and use them in our research.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think you've already partly answered my question, but clearly the price differential between the electricity and the gas is a critical element of the economics. What level of production rates would be necessary in order to make it economic? Run with the plant, for example.
Can you repeat your questions? I don't really understand.
Yeah, I'm trying to. So, price is clearly the big driver of the economics.
Yes.
But also, how long the plant runs and at what rate also determines the economics of the plants.
You say the price of the energy, it will last for how long? in fact, in China, we usually use a collaboration of 20 years.
Right.
Mm.
Thank you.
You showed the price point coming down over time and the gaps closing. What innovations do you think are needed to make that happen?
You say,
Yeah, go back to that one.
this one?
Yeah, the price point is coming down between now and 2025, and again
Yes.
it's coming down in 2030. What are the main drivers? What is causing that price point to come down? And what innovations are needed to achieve that?
Okay, I got your question. It's a good question. And as I have said, there are several changing elements, namely the electricity cost and the capex and the OM cost ratio and the efficiency of the system. They are said to be changing through the years. And the innovation normally comes from the development of the equipment and the development of Chinese energy market. Because if our market can be more and more market oriented, the price can evidently go down, because there are so many renewable energy that has been abandoned. Not only the solar energy and the wind energy, we also have a lot of water energy. So this one is maybe it can get down more quickly. I just use a shift which can come out with great possibility.
Question for me is round about, it's sort of around the age gap, really. If I look back to when I was young, this wasn't even a subject matter, and you talk about it very eloquently. How do you help people of sort of my generation with these challenges and communicating these challenges? Have you ever had some involvement in that?
Of course, the title is chosen by our leaders, and I just follow his views to do my work. So I think my leaders is of your generation.
Good answer. Thank you. That's a great answer. A great answer.
And thank you.